What a test match we had seen, ladies and gentlemen. It was actually one of the goosebump moments if you just go back and watch what exactly it was. 1.4 billion people across India and almost millions of fans outside India were actually waiting for this particular moment where India level this particular series and actually come out with a laugh as well. Now, to talk more about it, I have four beautiful gentlemen along with me joining in for this particular podcast. I have Anant, Selva, along with Roman and Anirudh will be joining in very soon right now, and I hope he has joined as well. But at the same point of time, ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget what are the partnerships we have seen, especially in this fifth test match. First up, in the first innings, we have seen a great partnership between Karun Nair and Ravindra Jadeja. That crucial knock was very, very much important so that people can actually come back and realize what exactly test cricket means. And after that, again, a great combination of bowling from the English team as well, so that India have actually bowled out for 224, and in response to it, England were bowled out for 247. But at the same point of time, a great partnership in the bowling department right now. When I say partnership, it was Siraj and Prasidh Krishna, what we call, once we have actually doubted this particular gentleman. But my God, the day when it was actually mattered, he has answered his critics now with the ball and say, I'm here to stay and define my place in the test squad. Along with that, I have one more person to talk about, wherein we call him as a warrior, and that's none other than the man who has bowled more than 175 overs in his test series. I'm talking about one and only the Mian Siraj Bhaiya. What a gentleman he is turning out to be, and what a resource and what a bowler we have got in the form of Mohammed Siraj. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the greatest ever and ever test match to go out there in the history books and see how good this particular test match is going to turning out to be, and the result what we have seen on the final day of the first hour of the fifth test match, and everybody were on the toes yesterday, and that's what we are saying right now. You thought it was over for game Team India, but no, they came back just like in hell, and they show what exactly they can actually do it for Team England as well. So I'll first come up to Selva bhai. What was your thoughts when you're actually watching that match on day 4 late evening and day 5 first hour?
It was a quite different turnaround. A great partnership was going between Root and Brook. They were cleanly playing very much superb kind of batting which they gave, and also Brook was scoring above 100 strike rate, kind of a ODI innings he was going on, smashing here and there. And there came like Siraj was very much upset yesterday. He dropped the catch off him like where he couldn't able to find the boundary line, whether it is standing beside it or in front of it. So a judgmental error which caused India a great thing. But at last, when it comes, wickets were falling and rain also interrupted a bit in the evening, so where they couldn't able to continue the session. If the match would have continued, there would be different kind of results. Maybe 10 or 20 runs would have been reduced due to that. Would have England would have gone like much aggressive in the late. And today it was a different plan from India. So where they were very much keen on bowling for the fourth and fifth stump, keep on bowling, and they're trying to get one ball into the stump, which was the plan. Like from the ball one they were trying to do. I feel the match turnaround came like Jamie Smith. He was running behind a ball which was moving around him, and which created a loophole for that England batting lineup and started to fall like a pile of cards. I want to congratulate our India team. I thought England would have won this match and they would have win this series because they haven't done it. Last year time when we visited England also, like under Virat and Rohit who were playing, like at the time we won this game here. So it is a second consecutive one over this ground. So which is very much proud for our country and also our Indian men. With three fast bowlers, we have cleaned up the England bowling. So that's a very good sign for an Indian fast bowling, especially in this match. Even though we consider runs, the runs are doesn't matter. 10 wickets. Even though if we give 400 runs, also we need to take 10 wickets, which is very much crucial for Test match cricket. We have proved that in this game. Same way, kudos to England team as well. So they have fought hard, tried hard. They changed a complete team. They came with a great game plan, but unfortunately, Chris Woakes got injured. He couldn't able to bowl. If Chris Woakes were there, there might be a scenario change or some kind of game changes would have been happened. More experienced bowler, also like bowl second most bowlers in this test series as well. He's so it's a great drawback for them as well. But we cashed in with great bowling. The last Yorker from Prasidh Krishna, they were thinking very good. So what has to bowl for the lower end batters? It thought like we thought like in the first innings, Atkinson scored a six against uh, Siraj with turn around. Like everyone thought it's going to be, oh, boom, boom, two more shots, then we'll be done. But at last, Siraj proved it. No, I'm here. It's my game. I'm over here all around. And without Bumrah, we are also proving that we have a good pace attack as well. So it's going in
Now,
high.
exactly. I mean, like when we can do without Bumrah just like this, just imagine like if Bumrah was playing this particular test match and how beautiful this test match would have been turning out to be. And unfortunate to say, I mean, like without Bumrah, the two test matches were what we have won right now is without Bumrah only. But I can't take off the person.
I
He's
I'll
also
give you a
standing as
fun fact over here. Okay. Without Bumrah, we have won 71% of matches. With Bumrah, we have won just 40% of matches. So, which is creating controversies over here. But we can't miss Bumrah anywhere. So, he's one of the main bowler, right? So, we can't miss him. So,
exactly, Nikhil. I mean, you have been rightly calling it was more than a pure cinema. What exactly we have witnessed today. So, along with that, the man I would say, like, I mean, Jasprit Bumrah is also the third leading wicket taker for uh, India in this particular series, standing at number 14, along with Prasidh Krishna as well. Prasidh Krishna also took 14 as well, and at the same point of time. I mean, yes, like we can't. It's a unity in a diversity country, Sagar Bhai. Like you just have to respect everybody's privacy and their responsibility as well. So somebody responding invites, yes, we totally appreciate him. But at the same point of time, please do understand, it's a moment of joy. It's a moment of warriors. What we have seen in this particular day four end of the at the end of day four, and also along with the first half 1 hour was a pure anti-climax movie. The pendulum was one swinging across to India, and I'm sure everybody would have got in their mouth when Atkinson had hit that ball over long gone for Siraj, and everybody started shouting like it's game over. But the same person came back again, and a run out chance was also missed. Romin bhai, take us through what are your feelings as a BCCI panel umpire, like you being in such a difficult situation. How did you give that those decisions where you have a sheer pressure on you, almost 10 to 15,000 of Indian fans at the oval chanting for every ball hitting on your pads, like how pressure situation umpires might be feeling at that point of time?
Think first of all, I would really appreciate that the level of umpiring what we have seen throughout the series was really a top class. You find every ball is event. Uh, when you are asking from the point of view of an umpire, I would say that being an mindset of as an umpire. To be honest, we never thought about the situations. We are just taking ourselves like ball by ball and trying to get try to more focus on the deliveries which are going to coming up. We just assess the situations, like we need this kind of a intensity when the moments like this. So when you are in that zone, you are not going to thinking about 15,000 or 20,000 people are chanting for so and so. But definitely, I would say that it's a challenging thing to have. More importantly, I would say that challenging along with enjoyable. You are just standing 22 yards away and witnessing something like this. I think it's definitely a nostalgic feeling as an umpire to be have. More importantly, the responsibilities along with us. Let's say there is a provision for the review, but if any team has burn out their reviews and etc., then our decisions are going to matter a lot in time of this kind of a situations. So we are generally more attentive. Definitely we are attentive throughout the course of the match, but in situations like this, we are more attentive towards what the things are coming up, how the player will start to behave, because whenever the wind is there, people just start to do a certain kind of malpractices as well. In a general cricket, we are not seeing this, but the possibility of everything arises. The bantering, the chanting, the deliberate time wasting, and everything is going to coming up. So as an umpire, definitely it will be the challenging, but overall it will be the more enjoyable to the umpires. Umpires are never thinking about like the crowd is there, the situation is there, the team situations are etc. I think they are not going to care about those situations.
Exactly. Anant, everyone thought it was over, but what a bowling unit from India. I think you're on mute.
It was really unbelievable. Even we had a podcast just before start of the day's play that even I was thinking that India gonna lose it. I just give a very slim chances, but it was something brilliant. That both the bowlers, even captain, they were very true with their plan. They were very clear. They were composed. Just bowl on the length. No experimentation, nothing else. Just bowl on length. Keep on hitting the lengths. The ball will do the talking. That exactly what they did, and the captain just responded. There was no experimentation. There was no any tactical moves. Nothing. Just kept on hitting the lens. The ball did what it has to do, and it was something else. It was unbelievable. The environment was so electric. Even we were watching on TV, but we were feeling exactly what was happening on the field. This is a great advertisement for cricket, and we were actually dead once that Siraj took a catch of Harry Brook and he went over the boundary. So most of us thought that was a changing moment, and then Brook and Root just went on their way, just milking the runs. Brook actually started counter-attacking. Then he played a normal test knock, just hitting the runs one by one. Then it looked like we were dead and out. But post the tee, everything changed. And then heads off, Siraj, he bowled exactly, precisely 1,113 balls in this series, and giving that commitment, giving his 100% every time, not letting anything, taking the pressure irrespective of. I thought he was the man where when we lost at Lords, he was the man which people usually thought he left his wicket. He did give his wicket, and then again yesterday he did take the catch, but it was six. I thought those two moments would define that, kind of make him a villain, but he just like a warrior, he turned himself. He took upon himself. I have to do. I have to win the match. Then, as post the match, he gave an interview, and there he said that in the morning he woke up, he just believed himself. He went into Google and took a snap of a believe over there, and then he kept it as his wallpaper. And that's what confidence, that's what belief does. Once you have that belief, then you can do some miraculous things. That's what happened, and this victory has just, it means a lot. This is the slimmest margin victory for India in the Test history. So this means a lot. This defines this team. The new era, it has begun. It has begun a bright note, and we can see this team achieve a lot more things going forward. But today's day for Mia, today's day for us Indian fans. Great day, a great day, a great Test match. Loved it every bit of, loved it every bit.
If I say this, I will be against the RCB fans right now. But I just wanted to tell you this, like, you know what? Just couple of months back, RCB have won the tournament. I mean, for the very first time. I was actually looking in that point of view where I have to celebrate, but I could not able to celebrate the way I should have actually celebrated. But today, I'm sitting in the same place, sitting in the same position. I have jumped every single place, just like a small kid. That actually like giving me a goosebumps like every single time when you're sitting on a chair, like, come on, what's happening? Oh no, it went for a sec. Like those kind of moments, like what we actually watch as a test cricket, because it's not over until it's exactly over. And even Shubman Gill, I mean, he told this like, and exactly we believe at CricZenify is that trust the process. Okay, so he always like he believed that we believe in a particular trust. I mean, we believe in a particular process, and we exactly trust what exactly we are doing. And here you have the result. And just to go on and to say, it's a small line in Bhagavad Gita, like what we all said. It's karmanye vadikaraste ma paleshu kadanchana. That means to say they have done their hard work, and Almighty knows what exactly He has to give, and He has given a chances to the people like Karun Nair, Prasidh Krishna, and whatsoever, like whatever the chances you talk about. Now, I want to come to you, Anirudh, to talk about like Karun Nair's beautiful performance, especially in this particular test match, the match-saving knock what he has played in the first innings.
Yeah, actually, I don't think many people would have expected that Karun Nair will get selected in this test match. But having said that, he got selected, and I think his half century in the first innings was really crucial, actually, in India getting to that 224, because India were at one point, India was struggling at 153 for 6 in the first innings. And from then on, it was Karun Nair who took the innings. Karun Nair and Washington Sundar, both of them, they took the innings. And then India took it towards 224. Otherwise, if India had got bowled out earlier in the first innings, maybe England could have got a bigger lead in the first innings, and that would have put more pressure on India. So definitely that knock from Karun Nair. He has played 109 balls and he has scored 57 runs. So he has. I think he was determined, because he got chance in the first 3 test matches. He couldn't. He was getting those starts, but he couldn't convert those starts into good scores. And after that, he also got dropped in Manchester. And again, he got picked for this test match. So I think he was determined that, okay, I have had enough of failures. Now we have to stand up and we have to prove ourselves and show that we can also perform. And I think that is what he did, actually, like scoring those 57 runs from 109 balls. And like even Washington Sundar, I think I would say that Washington Sundar has also been an unsung hero in this test series. Actually, the century which he scored in Manchester, the 4 wickets he picked up in the second innings in Lords, and even in this test match also, like in the first innings he scored a crucial 26 runs. Second innings also, like those sixes which he hit towards the end, like India could have so easily, they could have got bowled out and they could have given a target of 350, and maybe England could have chased it down, because if you see the victory margin is only 6 runs for India. So that knock which he played, Washington Sundar played towards the end at 53 from 46 in the second innings. So that was also a superb knock, actually. So I would say, like, this team has really like conquered. Expectations were low before the start of the series, but this team has really punched above their weight, and they have really fought like anything. Like every time we have felt that the test match is gone, Indians are saying, nope, we are still here, we are still fighting, and that fighting spirit of India has really helped them draw this series. The series is only drawn, but this series draw itself feels like a series victory, and that itself shows how well our team India has performed. And like many people are too harsh on Karun Nair, I would say that you don't need to be harsh on him, because he has also got starts in this series. So maybe the next test series will be a home test series. Maybe if he gets chance in the home test series, he can score much more bigger scores. Maybe he can also.
We will actually come back to the home test series next. I mean, it was a great indeed. Karun Nair has actually made his particular performances worthwhile for this particular test match, because if it is not for his half century what he has scored in the first innings, 57 of 109 deliveries, India would have been in a different situation right now. And as you rightly mentioned, yes, that one particular six from Washington Sundar in the end had actually, I mean, that is exactly the winning margin what exactly Team India are having right now. And now I'll come to straight up to you, gentlemen, who has joined us in a very decent manner and sitting idle. Arunesh bhai, uh, take us through the partnership of Ravindra Jadeja, the way he has been brilliant in the outfield with the bat, especially in the series. In the first innings, I'm sure he might have got out pretty early, but you should be very much proud the way he has batted in the second innings as well.
Yeah, as you have mentioned, that we are, although we are praising Siraj for his Herculean effort in the whole series, but we shouldn't forget the contributions of the whole team, because in this particular test match, every player contributed a bit, as we have seen in the partnership of Ravindra Jadeja as well. So first of all, he had a partnership with Dhruv Jurel, in which Jurel was attacking and Jadeja was holding onto one end. And in the second innings, we have seen that after Jurel fell, there was a partnership with Washington Sundar too. And we don't have to go long back. We just have to go one test back, where Jadeja and Washington Sundar saved the day for India. So right now in this particular test as well, whenever they saw the opportunity that the pitch was a bit flattening out, they played with an aggressive style, and they just countered everything that English bowlers were throwing towards them, and they played fearlessly. And as a result, the partnership was too good in the end, and Jadeja once again scored a 50s. This was his 650 plus score here in this series alone, along with a century as well. So that tells you the kind of batting that he has done in the whole series, scoring 516 runs in the five test series when you are batting at number six spot, tells you the kind of metal that Ravindra Jadeja has in his all-round capabilities, because he has been good enough with the ball as well, because there was not so much support for the spin throughout the series, but he has been that holding bowler as well. He has done his job perfectly as an all-rounder, and we don't ICC doesn't just rank him as number one bowler, because he has shown the capability that he has been the number one from long back. So right now we are all praised for this warrior of Indian team, that is Ravindra Jadeja, and we don't need to forget Washington Sundar as well. He has come in the ranks, and yes, particularly, yeah, that is a perfect display, Rajbhai, because Washington Sundar has always been that one underrated hero who is not getting much limelight. But in this series, after this series, I'm sure that he will be valued even more enough, because he is a capable batter. As we have seen, he can bat on spin wickets. In the New Zealand series as well, he was batting very well, as if you remember. And in this particular series, we have seen how he handled the seam and swing as well. So right now, kudos to the whole Indian team of 11 players that were there today on the field, because they have achieved something that is very pure and full of emotions. That's what Test cricket brings to the table, because nothing is greater than this format of the game.
Once a wise man said a couple of months ago, Test cricket is 5 times bigger than the T20 matches. And I'm sure everybody can correlate to what I'm saying.
Virat Kohli.
Now, coming to that particular point, we know the intensity what a 5 day game can actually bring into us. We talk a lot about each and every single session. We talk about each and every single over. We talk about every single ball which is happening on the pitch. Yes, one point of time, Harry Brook and Joe Root was batting brilliantly, but at the same point of time, post tea session, who would have ever thought, when you are 303 for 3, and everybody across the world and even the fans in the morning today at the Oval were all expecting that India will lose this particular match and England are just inches away. And almost every pundits gave that India don't win this particular test match. But one thing what India win was a proper teamwork for each and every single person, and which is exactly means to say they have actually won about it. Now I'll come to you, Selva, to talk about the Indian middle order right now, how exactly and how strong it is looking right now. Because you sent Washington Sundar in the previous test match at number 5. Today he is batting at number 9. I mean, look at the positions he has been rotating from number 3, number 4, number 5. No matter which ball you are going to give him, whether it is an old ball, whether it is a new ball, it's getting adjusted to it. So as a person whom you have actually watched him up close and really upfront for Washington Sundar, how exactly you want to celebrate his contributions in this particular test match?
He's doing a brilliant job. Actually, when we went to Australia, I think he scored an unbeaten 96 not out. Okay, so this the match is 3-1. So the batting innings came over right there itself. So when we saw, it was a great kind of display, and everyone thought he's going to be a substitute for Ravi Ashwin as well, with the off spin and also battering contribution. But when coming to Ashwin part in the overseas, he has not did well with bat. But when it comes to bowling, he was too good. But Washington Sundar is mixture of both. He can bat as well, he can bowl as well. So India was looking for a player kind of so he can bowl good overs as well and also bat. So he can fix him from top to bottom as well. You can send him at number 3 if team needed. You can play him at number 7 or number 8 or number 9, whatever the number is. And he can also play attacking cricket as well, as we saw in the second innings of the Indian team. So he's a pretty much player with huge package where you can fit him in everywhere. Test match, he can play T20 or ODI. All the three formats, he'll be a good, capable player. We have been seeing him from the beginning of IPL season also, where Dhoni picked him for the Rising Pune Super Giants, and he also made him to bowl the final over against Mumbai Indians, where he bowled brilliantly, exactly for the plan, which they were taking much of wickets, like 2 balls, like 2 wickets, and then they win with a simple margin. So he took that game very brilliantly in a pressure situation as well. And he also will bowl with the new ball in the T20 cricket as well. When it comes to local cricket of TNPL, or it comes to first class cricket in Tamil Nadu, he used to open and he also used to bowl with the new ball variations. So he is a complete package of him. And when it comes to Indian cricket, so they were trying to fit batting. Now the platform has been completely set. The building basement has been laid pakka for the testing. When it comes to batting, now we are going to concentrate on bowling, that to pure fast bowlers. This match we have won only because of the help of 3 fast bowlers. Like we were like pulling them down. When it comes to Prasidh Krishna, like he didn't perform well. The confidence was not high on him, but he came against every odds and proved to everyone that I'm here. I will do it for India, and it's going to be a long format game for me. I will be here. I will stay. Same goes to Akashdeep as well. We know Siraj. He's a workhorse. He has been doing exceptionally well when it comes to any format of the game. Whether it's IPL, also he will be giving his full commitment everywhere. So the same thing he did without Bumrah. Like the pair has got set up. So who's going to be the dangerous pair? Like Prasidh and Siraj. If they are hitting the length hard, the plan is working good for them. They're going to be the dangerous duo. So everything is completely set up right now. Now the team has to lay for the fast bowlers, and they have to bring good fast bowlers for the upcoming overseas test matches. Then India will be the most dangerous team in my perspective. As how Virat Kohli was setting up the fast bowlers, right? So I'm going to win the match with fast bowlers, where I'll be keeping all my team members aside. My fast bowlers are going to be the pickup card for me. So same way, like this team has to be built. Why? Because like fast bowlers are the one who will be winning you games in the overseas condition, which is like suiting for them as well. So these kinds of things will be planned and will be taken ahead when it comes to this planning part. Definitely team management will be working on this after this test series as well. So I want to get a clear note that everything is fixed now. One department is bowling department, that to fast bowlers mainly. So we have to concentrate on them, and then it has to be cleared. Paka.
Exactly. I mean, there are lots of questions which will be raised when India will be playing at home for the next couple of series, one with West Indies and one with South Africa. We will talk more about it in the tomorrow's podcast. But at the same point of time, Romin bhai, how good you can see this particular test match for Shubman Gill as a captain and as a leader?
think not this particular match. Overall series, we can say that it will going to define his character, his mindset, and more importantly, these things are going to mold him in a better leader. I guess we still need that. That is things what he has implemented. So many things that he needs to learn in terms of tactical usage and etc. So definitely, he's having a great opportunity in terms of this series, where he can sit down and just go back to the home and analyze what he should have done better and what he has did better. As a batter, I think phenomenal. Everyone is having a doubt about his uh, ability to score the run overseas. He has worked definitely hard. We have seen those changes, especially in terms of playing outside of the crease against the swing bowling, and result is definitely in front of us. So I genuinely feel that this is define Subman Gill as a player first of all. Then it is going to define him as a batter, and then the leader. The confidence is definitely high. More importantly, the series result will going to helping him a lot, in terms of a future perspective, and more importantly, he will going to now started to believing, to be in a WTC final. So he is having a motive now. After the result of this series, they are more realistic towards that WTC final spot, not that particular spot. Try to winning it. So the overall things what we can expect from this team is that we may see India going to dominate again in this particular format. Though we need to be have to be a more patience toward this. Results may not going to in our favor some or other time, but overall at the bigger picture and the larger picture, I still feel that Indian team is in a good hand in terms of our Superman Gill. Yes.
Exactly. I mean, I can tell you at this point of time, before the start of the series, everybody were actually missing. Like, how can Team India go without the inexperienced players? I mean, we have actually spoken this in our particular podcast as well. We don't want to deny that particular fact. But now, after seeing the five-match result of the Test match series, we have totally got the confidence, especially with the leader, the Gautam Gambhir as well, along with the way Shubman Gill. Especially when I say G and G, it's both Gautam Gambhir and Shubman Gill. Both G and G are working right now together, and it's going to be a long and a healthy partnership, is what I particularly believe in right now. So, I mean, there are lots and lots of talking points apart from this particular test match also, and I would just like to take a couple of more points from each and every single person, because it's a time to celebrate and enjoy the way the test match has been played from each and every single individual, and it actually sets the momentum right up for the upcoming home series, what we'll be having against South Africa as well, and also with the West Indies. Now the team is in a very good mood. The body language, the spirits, the josh, and everything is up front there. Now it's only up to the us. Just keep supporting this gun team, and then they will all be working for us on the field. Just like how we do celebrate our victories as well, it's a moment to celebrate more than that, is what I particularly believe in right now. Anirudh, any final thoughts to add on right now?
Yeah, actually, I want to add one point. Like whenever Indian bowlers were looking a little rough, we were also critical about our bowlers. But I think I've noticed some things about the English conditions. Actually, the conditions keep varying every day. Like sometimes the pitch looks so good for batting, it is coming on to the batters. That time the bowlers are on the back foot, and sometimes when the bowlers get assistance, the batters are struggling. I think we have seen a combination of that in this whole test series, we can say. Like even in the Lords match, if we see when we were chasing 193,
That is
initially,
why we call it as a test cricket, and that is the reason why we play test match cricket. You need to adjust to the conditions, you need to test your patience, and you need to understand why exactly you are playing this particular format. Okay, whatever the rollers, heavy roller you use, medium roller you use, whatever the things you are going to use it, but at the same point of time, please do understand this is the longest format of the game, where you need to have a lot of patience, a lot of talent, a lot of hunger, and skill as well to either hit for a boundary or dismiss your opposition batsman. When opposition batsmen score, we need to appreciate them, but at the same point of time, we need to thank our bowlers and our team as well for contributing so much on the field.
And
Okay.
also another last stat actually, India picked up the last 6 wickets for just 35 runs in England's run chase. I'm just telling you,
Exactly.
because England at one point when Jacob Bethel and Joe Root were at the crease, England were 332 for 4. From there, they have been bowled out for 367. So that is an outstanding comeback from India actually.
Exactly. Satya goes on to say many chances in the team for a test one to test five. So can we expect more chances in the test team for the upcoming test? I'm sure, like I am not able to understand your question properly, Satya bhai. Like if you can more elaborate
Changes,
it on.
I think he's saying changes instead of chances.
Okay, many changes in the test from test one to test five. I mean, like, because like when you come down to India, definitely there will be a lot and lot of chances because Indian pitches have been more of a sprint friendly wicket wherein you will be having two bowlers, fast bowlers in your attack. It might be in the form of Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammed Siraj or Prasidh Krishna, or it might be in the form of Mohammed Siraj. Again, that combination will definitely work out for you in the longer format of the game. But at this point of time, before going to my other panelists as well, I just wanted to ask you one single trivia here for all of you guys. Who is the third highest run getter in this particular tournament? It's a trivia for all of those who are actually watching this particular podcast.
Can
I
I
don't
answer
want.
now or should
I
we?
am asking for the audience, not for the panelists right now. Who is the third highest run getter in this particular tournament for Team India? Who is the third highest run getter for Team India in this particular tournament? Okay, let me know your answers in the comment section, guys. There'll be no gift vouchers as well, but I'm definitely going to have a great shout out for you when you get your answers right in the comment section. Yes, and one of the Sagar M says justice for Ishwaran Button. I mean, you need to feel sorry because at the end of the day, it's a cricket is just about what to say, 11-member game. So you need to drop some, you need to pick some. So it's all part and parcel of the game. Uma Mahesh goes on to say it's because of the heavy roller, not pitch. So it will change after some time. Yes, I mean, yes, I will agree with you. And cricket is always a batsman game.
One thing is for sure actually, the same bowling attack which was there in Edgbaston was there in the Oval actually. So I would like to say that there is something about this bowling attack which is clicking together as a unit. The same Akash Deep, Siraj and Prasidh Krishna were there in Edgbaston along with Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja in the bowling. The same combination for this Oval Test match also. So I would say this is the golden pace trio which has to be remembered forever. Mohammed Siraj, Akash Deep, Prasidh Krishna. Remember the names, we can say that.
Exactly, exactly. And you have rightly mentioned the three golden names for Indian cricket, and many of the fans would also agree with you on this particular point. It's just because, like, we know how exactly this particular trio had actually contributed so much. And like when there were lots of critics, which was also happening on the same trio, saying like these were all the run machines, and these run machines have actually given us a series draw and after this also England could not able to win a test series against India. So all those people who have actually spoken about run machines, come on guys, they are not run machines anymore. They are the bowling machines for you, which can be deadly for you at any point of time. They don't know where exactly they are going to hit you hard, but they are going to hit you hard is what exactly I wanted to say at this point of time. Yes, Anand.
And
Final
like
thoughts about India's cricket.
India
Anand,
and Australia have done the same thing.
Anand's time.
Okay, I'll come. Yeah.
Anand.
Yeah, it was a fantastic victory for India. No doubts. This is going to be marked in the history. This has to be one of the famous Sena victories for India, specifically with no stars in the name of Rohit, Kohli, and even Jasprit Bumrah. So, and even spinners didn't play that much part. The pitch was not assisting the spinners, for which we are known actually. But these three pacers did the great job, and then the batsman, they even did a good job. And I just going seeing the spinners, the spinning all-rounds that we have currently. I am worried for the opponents who travel to India, because we have 5, 6, 7, 8 settled with Pant, Jadeja, Washington Sundar, and Akshar Patel. I feel sorry for the touring team to India. It's actually very scary, and I'm just happy. I'm very happy for Indian team. Kudos for Indian team. And no one is speaking about the management. Actually, I'm happy for them as well. They made the right calls. They were very bold with the selections. People at the back end used to. There are many critics, and the social media page was going gaga over Gigi and the team, and they have proved it wrong, and they have believed in the people they have selected, and just they have motivated them to the core. They kept them cool and fit, and it proved very costly for England, particularly this year. And today it was something special. So kudos to management, kudos to Captain Gill for his batting as well as captaincy. So once he was named as captain, people had a time for him captain, because he was new. He was saying it was a new era. But as a batsman, people actually thought in England he could be a failure. So somewhere he has proved them wrong, and he has shown himself that he believed at this stage, and he is a proper number four success for those two greats who have previously played for us. So very happy for the team India.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Anant. Selva, final thoughts about Team India's victory today afternoon. Mute, unmute. I can't hear you.
Okay,
Ah.
now.
Now, yeah, don't hit that earphone.
Okay, fine. So it was a great test match. Both the teams are battling very hard for this victory. So a bit of individual games which was popped up made a difference over here. For example, Karun Nair. If Karun Nair would have failed, like it was a different game scenario, we would have cursed him like anything. This selection is different, and there is no choice for it. The Indian team has played a blunder. Why not Abhimanyu Easwaran? Like those kinds of thoughts will be definitely coming. And also, we have gone only with 3 fast bowlers, whereas England went with.
No, I wanted to. You brought a very nice point. Okay, along with that, people would have also asked for Arshdeep Singh. People would have also asked for
Exactly.
Kuldeep Yadav, and people would have also asked for some other people also who are not even in the squad.
Exactly. The same thing happened. We discussed this, right?
Exactly. I mean, when somewhere I also felt that okay, Gambhir he's saying like that somewhere, like I also felt at the beginning of the series like something is not actually working for Team India. We have told it, we have agreed it, but now it's time also to appreciate them the way they have actually performed. And this kind of team, an inexperienced team, going out to a Sena country where it is highly difficult for us to win at this particular tenure. Because always understand, England has 2 full days to win this particular test matches. That means to say they had 180 overs. That means to say our trio has to bowl more than 180 overs to dismiss 9 batsmen. But technically 9 batsmen, but practically they were Chris Woakes was also there. But at the end of the day, we need to give credits to Chris Woakes as well. But at the same point of time, look at the way the Indian bowlers utilize the conditions. As soon as it was starting to rain, the overcast conditions are coming. Ball started to do all of a sudden talking right now, and that has actually benefited Team India at that point of time. Late evening yesterday and early morning today. Yes, Selva. Sorry to interrupt you.
No issues, man. So that was a great. And if the selection was not went well and the individual didn't perform well, it would be a great question mark for selection as well as the team. The fast bowlers, as you mentioned, why not Kuldeep? Why not Akshar? We could have dropped Karun Nair. Like we have spoken this, and many media and other experts were also speaking about it. So it was an 1-1 performance in the first innings. He was the highest scorer in that innings as well for Team India, which created some difference and gave some kind of boost up for our Indian bowlers to bowl out the English batters as well. And then coming to the day 4 and 5, so they played brilliantly well. And in the day 5, they had lots of wickets in their hand. But what they did was they're trying to move very fast with the game. If they'd gone with some kind of patience, because there were Jamie Smith who played brilliantly in the second test. Also, he's a proper batter. He knows how to play, but he was running behind the ball. They were chasing the balls, trying to close the test match as soon as possible.
Pressure.
Exactly, and we saw even umpires also giving that one decision of Kumar Dharmasena which changed the huge match. Like umpires call, everyone thought it will be missing leg stump. Even the English team was like thinking of that. Even
I
Raja
was
gave a tough
I
decision.
was actually looking at the umpire. I was actually counting the seconds when Mohammed Siraj started appealing for the ball, which was actually hit at that point of time. He literally took. I went back and
Yeah,
rewinded 3 times, and he has actually taken 7 seconds to raise his finger.
he was
7 seconds to raise his finger.
exactly.
And I believe it's one of the like longest time taken by the umpire at that point of time. By I mean, like especially we have also seen Steve Buckner taking more than 10 seconds. We have also seen David Shepard not so long, but we have also seen Simon Tuffle doing such kind of things as well. But
Rudy Curtison was one.
Sorry.
Rudy Curtison was the slowest one to raise a finger.
Yeah, Rudy Kurtzen, my God, he is again a different umpire. I mean, like, look at the way how actually everything started piling to us. Like when Hassan Raza was given one, he was also under pressure. Like he thought
Exactly.
the ball was hitting the wickets on top of the leg stump, but all of a sudden Hawkeye showed something else, right? So all these things, like when it has come together, it will actually come in bird, like turns. It means to say, okay. So that's exactly happened. You do your job, rest, leave it to the God. He will definitely give you the end result. For that, what exactly you have to do?
Work.
Trust the process, be
Stick
patient,
to your
do
plan.
your hard work.
Stick to your plans. That's it. Basic. Stick to your plans.
Simple. 3 things. Stuck to your. I mean, like I don't want to be more like psychological. I don't. I'm not here to do. Yes, Selva, come on.
And India was doing well, and that wicket of Jamie Smith created a starting point for the wickets drop. And as well as we thought, like Jamie Overton and Atkinson will be sealing up the process, but they also failed. But Indian bowling like was very good. They were bowling outside because they were trying to chase every ball, each and every ball they were trying to chase. They were trying to hit it over the cow corner or the mid wicket region, which created more pressure on them as well. And also, our Indian team created a beautiful kind of field. Made every fielder stand on the boundary line, and only two slips were there. So, which was created a mindful thought where they're trying to play with the English batters as well. And then one final thing I want to conclude is after like how Punt did for India, the same thing Chris Woakes also did. A warrior kind of mindset with a dislocated hand. Like, he came out to bat to save his team, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. One thing, as mentioned, Siraj was the workload because he was keep on bowling like more number of overs bowled, and next to him it was Chris Woakes 185, Siraj 181, Chris Woakes. Like we can able to pick lots and lots of heroes, and also Chris Woakes has bowled more number of maidens in this series, and he has also played like all the 5 test matches except the second innings of the English, and he's also 36 years old. So his fitness also comes into play where he kept everything in a good manner, and he's also coming up with great things. So I want to
I mean,
create.
that's exactly the reason even Gautam Gambhir also went down to Chris Woakes and told him, like, I mean, I could actually correlate to what exactly he might have told is that, like, well played, my boy. I mean, you are a true champion. The spirit's what he has shown to come out to bat. I mean, everybody know, like, once ninth wicket has fallen down, it was definitely an Indian's game at any point of time. But at the same point of time, the way Atkinson was hitting for the boundaries and sixes, like somebody would have got something in their mouth. I don't want to
Even
use it, but
he couldn't able to run as well. Those singles where Jurel missed, right? He couldn't able to run. He was struggling with pain. But actually, like India sealed up with the Yorker, so it was a great match. How lot test was there? So same kind of test. It happened in over.
exactly. I want to talk about two things. Okay, like when you talk about Yarkar, okay, two things. One, Prasidh Krishna sending out,
Over.
yeah, Overton, I believe, yeah, Overton,
Yeah.
Jamie Overton, like sorry, Josh Tongue, no, not
Josh
Josh
Tongue.
Tongue,
Look at Josh Tongue.
Josh
Josh Tongue, yeah.
Prasidh Krishna. Yeah.
Prasidh Krishna, when he got Josh Tongue, you know, like he was talking with Shubman Gill in the outfield. He's saying, like, man, I want the third man to go back. Like, I don't want a gully, ask him to go back. He made the change deliberately, asking Josh Tongue to look at the third man, where he was actually expecting a ball outside the off stump and going wide of the off stump. And you know what exactly happened? The next ball, when he was opened his arms, he was actually waiting for the ball outside the off stump. But all of a sudden, the ball came in. It was a beautiful Yorker from Prasidh Krishna. That was number one. And Number two, when Siraj was actually coming on to ball that final over of the match, the final ball, everybody was standing in the deep expecting like some of the ball, it will be in a good length ball so that like he can actually swing his arms. And I need to appreciate the way Siraj has actually calculated his particular technique, saying like pushing all the men backwards and balling the Yorker. He has seen in the previous over, like he just tapped it. He thought like, okay, if I ball something outside the off stump, he's going to knock it off. But I'm just going to bowl that slow, wide Yorker directly to the off stump, and that sealed the match. And that was the story. Arunish bhai, final thoughts before we conclude.
Yeah, as you just mentioned about these two tactical moves that I also wanted to mention, because this is what makes Test cricket most interesting. Because the in Test cricket we have the luxury to bluff the player, irrespective of what the situation is. Right now, in this particular match as well, as you mentioned, the fielders were kept on the boundary and delivering a Yorker. That's what makes it fitting. And one thing I want to take note of is that it was fittingly Siraj who finished off the game, because he has been like bowling in and out through the whole series, and he had that moment yesterday. It was an unfortunate moment about him taking the catch and then crossing the boundary line, but right now, and it could have been in his mind as well, that that moment, because he mentioned it after the match as well, that if he had taken that catch cleanly, uh, we wouldn't have come on day 5 as well, because the match could have been over yesterday as well only. So it was in his mind, and that Lord's heartbreaking moment is also in his mind. So it was fittingly Siraj who finished off the game, and how brilliantly he bowled today. He was uncatchable, as Gill mentioned in the press conference as well, that his ball was swinging too much that even a proper batter couldn't sight what was he delivering. And this change of strategy, I noticed, it came after the wicket of Jacob Bethel and Joe Root, because prior to that, Mohammad Siraj was usually getting the ball to nip back in and trying to take the LBW, like of Oli Pope and other dismissals that he has taken in this match. But after the Jacob Bethel wicket, he suddenly changed his lines a bit, because he sensed that England are going for runs. So he just tempted them with the outfingers, which he usually doesn't use much these days. But he has a beautiful outswinger. We have seen the display of his outswingers right from yesterday night to today's morning as well. That the change of tactics, I believe, that tempted England to, that basically confused England, because as Jamie Smith was also trying to know that the ball was coming in and in, he was already setting up Jamie Smith for that in swinger, but he relentlessly bowled those out swingers, and suddenly Jamie Smith went out of the crease to counter that, and it took the edge. So that was also a brilliant tactic used by Mohammad Siraj, and the whole team should be proud of what they have achieved today. And starting from Washington Sundar, and we also need to take in the note of KL Rahul, because he has always weathered the storm that the opener should in England. And it is always a tough job, irrespective of the conditions right now in England, to survive an opening burst of the bowlers. And KL Rahul has been that wall. If Joe Root is the wall and glue for for England team, then I think KL Rahul has done that job for India, facing more than 1,000 plus balls this series. So that tells you the kind of patience that Rahul has, and this whole team, like Yashasvi Jaiswal as well, that the 100 that he scored in the second innings. So people were writing him off because of some dismissals from round the wicket, but he again proved that if you have courage, then you can come out of any situation and face any conditions. So kudos to this team, and kudos to the victory that they achieved today, because it was the narrowest margin of India's Test victories, and I rank this victory in the same rank of the victories that we have achieved, like the Lord's 2021 victory, the GABA 2021 victory, and this again goes in the same rank. as those victories.
Exactly. Now, Romin bhai, over to you. Final thoughts.
I think you guys have beautifully explained each and every aspect in the details. I just want to keep it bit short and sweet. First of all, that key takeaways are from this particular series is that sheer teamwork. This is the all team sports are about. Team sports are definitely, we can say that this is the definition of it. You cannot pinpoint out one or two individual performances. It is a top class teamwork has been done by the overall team department along with the supporting staff. The second thing is that we have a clear cut picture now in front of us that we are witnessing this kind of a this brand of a cricket, especially the Test cricket in the future time, where we are going to see the matches like this, where never dies attitudes. So the overall, we have a good picture in front of us, and hopefully the exciting series is like going to happen and happen again. I just want to pinpoint one thing is that in terms of the comparison of the attitude of the both sides. England is also the far to us, but I still feel that in the previous match, if India is there, they are going to play for the 15 overs rather than what they have done for the Harry Group. And this kind of attitude of India may have going to help in the future as well. So the overall character, the teamwork, and the leadership of the Subman Gill and the rise of his as a batsman and the overall team department. It's a great thing to have. We have toured previously with one of the greatest Indian players, but still we are not been able to find this kind of a success. So many congratulations to this new team. Very happy for that beginning of a great era under the a young captain. These are going to give us that kind of a feeling where MSS lead the team around 10-15 years. You may find this kind of a consistent leadership in the form of Shubman Gill. So overall, it is a great experience to witness a great series like this. It's definitely a sheer privilege for us. We can tell our grandsons that we have witnessed this kind of a match and especially a series like this. So the overall, it was a nostalgia as a cricket fan, and kudos to all the team and great celebration for us as well.
Exactly. I mean, to take one day at a time is a overall mantra of this particular test match. What we have witnessed so far. We will be talking about the overall series review tomorrow with one of our special guests also joining in. This one, I will take a couple of comments here. Like first, don't want to be negative, but India leveling the series against England prolonged Karunaya's return in the whites a little bit more. Uh, nah. Krishnan Ge Jai, Sagar Ge Jai. Yes, cricket analyst, what's your opinion about the resiliency shown by India over the years? That GABA test is this test too. We did not have Pant, Bumrah, Kohli, Rohit, etc., and we still bounce back and from any kind of situation. Exactly, cricket analyst. I mean, I'm definitely sure all these things, like whatever we are going to achieve right now, is with the gun team. That's what Gambhir and Gill have told in the press conference as well. We're not an young team, we're actually a gun team. So when the bullets start firing from a gun, how exactly it will hurt the opposition. The same way it was happening right now. We have Samir asking, what the F I'm saying, is it for real? Team India won the Test cricket. What a match! What a win! Our heroes defended 35 runs and they had 4 more wickets left. Mia Magic, Siraj भाई. जरूर भाई, मैं तो एकदम बोलने वाला हूँ, लाइक सिराज भाई का हैट्सअप जितना भी बोलेगा वो बहुत बहुत कम है. आपको ये पॉडकास्ट, लाइक हाउ डिड यू एक्चुअली विन, about like whatever the things like you have seen, whatever the things our views are there, just let us know in the comment section. And also, if you're coming it for the very first time, let us know please to like, share, and also to subscribe until we see for the next time.